Hi there. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name's Alistair. I live in Glasgow, passionately love Scotland, born and bred here. I've had two jobs. I sell carpets, I drive a taxi. I'm going to lay out here, because I've been asked to on YouTube, the reasons why I'm voting no. I'll try and do as quick as I can, because there's lots of reasons. First, I'll start with the economy. There's two main: economy and defence. On the economy, many thousands of jobs, possibly over 100,000 jobs. It's hard to be accurate with figures, but there's lots. The Faslane base, the ships on the Clyde, financial services, there's a lot of jobs going to go there, because as soon as we're independent, we have to have our own financial regulator. And any customer with a pension or investment that lives under a different regulator, you cannot service their account. So Standard Life, a fiercely proud Scottish company, have said that 90% of their customers are English, so 90% of staff will have to move south. That's 4,500 jobs, not just one company. Every bank has got a financial services arm, so there's many tens of thousands of jobs. There's also many civil service jobs here. I had a chap in my cab the other day who was going to his office, 1,300 people, and they do back payments for the DHSS. They only do English ones. There's 5 regional offices, because the Scottish ones are done in England. So the 5 offices here will have to shut. Okay, you'll have one new one, because the Scottish ones will have to be done here, but overall, it's thousands more jobs. So that's the last thing we need just now, when we're just starting to come out of a recession. On Europe, Alex Salmond said it would take 18 months to get back into Europe. The Commissioner of the EU wrote a blog about 4 weeks ago saying it would take at least 5 years. There are 2 main stumbling blocks to getting back in. One is the Spain. They have a veto, and they're not the only ones who've said, because of their own issues, if people want to separate, they would block Scotland's entry into the EU. The other is money, because one of the criteria for a new nation joining Europe is that your deficit must be no more than 3%. We will inherit a 7% deficit from England, and also Alex Salmond stated he was to borrow money to kickstart the economy, which in my mind is not a sound economic plan, because the IMF just did a report on the UK's economy just 4 weeks ago, saying that it was set to grow by 3.4%, making it the strongest and most sustainable recovery anywhere in the Western world. So to go on from there, the money we get just because we're part of the Union is £14 billion a year. And that comes from a whole range of things, like the Barnett formula and the rebate that was negotiated by Margaret Thatcher in the 80s, and a host of other things. But that's what we get. To put that in context of the oil and actual figures, last year the oil revenue was just over 4 billion. 2 years ago it was 4.6. 3 years ago was a good year, it was 10 billion. Whichever way you look at it, that's the oil money gone, because we're not in the UK and we're not getting the benefit of the 14 billion. Furthermore, the farmers, it wasn't covered much in the white paper, but when it came out that we wouldn't be in Europe, it was a while since we went back in, many farmers were concerned because they get the subsidy from the EU. So Alex Salmond announced that it's okay, the Scottish Government will pay the subsidy. So I thought to myself, that's interesting, I'll just go and Google it. So I Googled it, and I found it's £68 million a month. That's 800 million a year, that's just shy of £1 billion. So again, we're almost up to a black hole of about £15 billion. Alex Salmond's chief financial advisor, I should say the SNP, chief financial advisor, resigned a week before the white paper, and he said, I've not put my name to it because there's no figures on it. Alex Salmond refuses to do a budget because he knows fine well his figures simply don't stack up. On immigration, we need immigrants. I'm not anti-immigration, I'm not a fan of UKIP. We need good immigrants in this country, but it's the master immigration that I think is way over the top. In the white paper, they specify 100,000 a year for 20 years. That's 2 million, a third of our population in a generation. In my mind, that's just way too much. I'll move on to defence now. The nuclear base at Faslane has been there all my life. I was 52 just a few weeks ago. In my view, it keeps us safe because it's an effective deterrent. In the last 10 years, India and Pakistan have both developed nuclear weapons. And if you think about it, no one has a crystal ball. In the future, it's a sad fact, but there will be more nuclear weapons in the world, not less. Because if countries with their level of technology are capable, as has been proved, to develop nuclear weapons, no one knows who's going to be next. So for me, I'm for keeping the deterrent, keeps us big, strong and safe. On conventional forces, I was lucky enough just about over a month ago to visit HMS Duncan, and she was moored on the Clyde, and she was open to the public for a day or two. And I went along and had a guided tour. She's the last of the 6 Type 45 destroyers built on the Clyde for the Royal Navy. These are the most advanced warships anywhere in the world. They've got a radar system that can spot something that's the size of a tennis ball from hundreds of miles away and take it out with a missile, even if it's travelling at 3 times the speed of sound. They're so powerful, it only takes 3 of these ships to take place to cover the entire UK coastline. That's one of the reasons why they've got 6, because they maintain that cover. So when a ship's in port for maintenance, the sister ship is out maintaining that patrol. We've got that air cover 24 hours, 365 days a year, and it's a volatile world out there. I don't want to lose that. What the SNP have put for defence is woefully inadequate, £2.5 billion. I think the Navy would consist of a couple of submarines, ancient diesel ones. The Air Force, believe it or not, would have 20 trainer jets with no radar and no weapons. A bit pointless. And the Army would consist of, I don't know, 40 tanks. And the SNP themselves commissioned a poll, because every serving soldier would be given the option of staying with the British Army or joining the Scottish Defence Force. And 98% of them said they'd stay with the British Army, thank you very much. So what was in for defence compared to what walking away from is just woefully inadequate. And some people said, who would want to attack Scotland? Well, remember Glasgow Airport. You just never know what's out there. Also, thank goodness we went independent 7 odd years ago when the banks needed bailed out, because it's being part of a bigger financial institution, being part of the bigger family. It was 9% with the UK's gross national product. Had we been independent then, it would have been over 200%. We would have been in the same boat as Greece, which would have been an utter disaster. So that's a brief outline of the reasons why I'm voting no. I think it would be very bad news in the economy. Thousands upon thousands of Scottish jobs done, potentially sending us back into recession and leaving ourselves really open and making a smaller, shrinking world for the wonderful, young, talented Scottish people that graduate from our universities and join the big companies. Why restrict them to 5 million population and make them have to immigrate if they want to progress with their careers? Right now they can go to London, develop their careers, and they can come back and see their family anytime they like. So that's it. Thanks for watching.